Hi, welcome on this third day of September 2025. This is Mary Carol Thiel coming to you from Merry-Go-Round Cards in Oshkosh, Wisconsin. We had a beautiful weekend here, and Joe and I celebrated our 39th wedding anniversary with a 5-hour canoe trip on Lac du Bay near Stevens Point, Wisconsin. The water was calm, luckily, and yes, we can still do it. Although I was joking with Joe about needing my 7th wind by the time we were done. Before we get started, I want to remind you about the upcoming kit classes. The next chance to come is Wednesday, September 24th from 9:30 to 11:30. So, if you want more information, you go to my blog, marygoroundcards.blogspot.com. You can email me at marygoroundcards@gmail.com, and that's Mary, M-A-R-Y, or you could call me here. The classes are at Planet Perk in downtown Oshkosh, and we had a great time in August, and the time flew by. I forgot to take pictures again, and that's what happens when you're busy having fun. So for a kit class, you order a kit ahead of time. Oh, and I want to tell you, there's a cute new kit with a Christmas card kit that features the classic red pickup truck on a tree lot with a dog. And even if you don't send Christmas cards, it's always nice to have a few around to add to a gift or tuck a gift card into. The other new kit for September is kind of hard to describe, so you'll have to go online to see it. Type kits in the search bar, and it comes with a box that you put together to keep your cards in. The colors are neutral-ish with Lost Lagoon and Petal Pink. So there's about 20 to choose from altogether. They keep switching them. They retire some, and every month they bring a couple new ones in. So it's really best if you go and look and see which one you'd like to do and order it yourself. Use me as your demonstrator, and you'll find a link on my blog. And that'll put me in as your demonstrator if you do that. So what else was I going to say there? Oh, I do have kits on hand, but then you're kind of limited to what I pick out. They take about 8 days to come. So if you decide to sign up late, I shouldn't say late, but when it's too late to order a kit, you can still come. Or if you really don't care what kit you get, but please just let me know you're coming so I know how many to prepare for. Now on to today's card. We're going to use the Poppin by Stampin' Up! Set. So it's got 3 different popcorn, and it's a bundle, so you can order with or without the dies. I recommend with the dies. It's a lot easier to work with, but you could just order the stamp set and cut them out yourself. Comes with a popcorn bucket, and the sentiments on this set are pop, enjoy, popping in to say hello, no one's better than you. And there are some dies that come with it. You can die cut the different popcorns. You can die cut the popcorn bucket. You can die cut the glasses and the shoes. And then there's a little like film strip thing you can die cut too. There's no stamp for the film strip thing, but you can still do it and just die cut it. So that's the stamp set we used to make this card. I thought popcorn would be kind of good because it's getting to be fall and the leaves are just starting to change around here. The kids are back in school starting Tuesday. And it's got this cool mechanism. And that's one of the things I'm going to show you how to do is how to make this slider mechanism to open and shut your card. And so this even if you don't order this kit, you can still do this technique with whatever supplies you have on hand. Okay, so here we go. The card base is made with basic white thick. Always good to use thick for your card bases. And it's 5.5 by 8.5, so I'm just gonna go to 5.5 here. And then I'm going to score it at 2 3/4. And it's 7. So I'll put my little arm out here and put this at 7 for my next score line. Now here's one of the tricks to this card. To make it open and close easily, that slider mechanism, I tried one without doing this and I'm like, oh, I don't like this. So then I figured out, if you put the edge of your card, see this groove right here? Well, there's a little black on either side of the groove, and if you just put it to the far side of that black there, you can cut a nice straight, little tiny slim thing from the edge. And I'm going to do that on both sides here. Just put it to the far edge of that little tiny black plastic strip and cut that off, okay? That's easier than measuring it to that odd length. And then I just sometimes use my fingernail to flatten that out nice. Okay, I think that's all I need my cutter for. So this is how it folds up. I'll just use my bone folder here to flatten these out nice. So you can see there will be a little gap here with the right side up, but that won't matter. Okay, the pieces you'll need for this, and all these measurements are on my blog, so you can make this card yourself, are 1 1/4 by 5 1/4. And I'm going to take this and I'm going to use my pop stamp to heat emboss it to go to say pop, 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 pop 5 times all the way down. So first I'll run this embossing buddy. This just takes a little bit of the static out of it. And then I'm going to do 5 pops, and I'm going to do them kind of back and forth, slanted up and back. 2, 3, 4, and 5. There we go. Okay. Now I see that I got a little edge on there, and I'm just going to wipe my embossing buddy right over the top of that edge. Maybe that'll just take care of that for me. Okay. Oh, looks like I got one on my second pop too. That comes from pressing a little bit too hard with your stamp on your stamp pad. Okay, next step. This is my white Wow embossing powder. And one little bottle of this lasts for a long time. Okay. So you can see where I got some edges on there. So I'm just going to take a paintbrush and brush those little edges off of there. I don't want those on there. Just want it to say Pop. If you order one of the embossing kits, it will come with a paintbrush. It will come with a an embossing buddy. It will come with the tweezers, locking tweezers, which are really nice. There you go. Ready to go. This will be just a little bit loud. So I'm just going to, oh, and it comes with a nice tray too. So I'm just going to heat emboss these. I'm going to hold it in my tweezers. This is what I mean by locking tweezers. I never even knew these existed. Used to know these existed, but I don't have to keep pressing to keep that tight on there. Okay. Let it warm up for a minute. And you can watch the magic happen. And there goes the first one. And there goes the second one. There's the third one. The fourth one. And the last one. Doesn't take long at all. So that's all ready to just glue on. I'm just going to center it onto this side flap over here. Okay. I'm a glue girl. You can use a tape runner if you have a tape, if you prefer tape runners, but I almost always use glue. Yep. All right, now let me try my other one. I haven't used that one in a while, but there's still some in there. I'll take a pin to it later and open it up. There we go. Rule of thumb, if you're doing a video, always have 2 glues available. Okay, there we go. And I'm just going to center that right on here. And that side is done. Now on this side, I took a piece of 2 1/4 by 5 1/4. This is a Secret C pattern. I wanted to see how Secret C would look as opposed to black. Black would be just fine. This is the back from my celebratory Sips pack of Designer Series paper, but you wouldn't have to use that. But if you like it, you certainly can, or if you have it, you certainly can. So same thing here. I'm just going to glue it. I just kind of go around the edge. See how I keep the tip of the glue right on the paper and run it not on exactly on the edge, because if it squishes just a little bit, you don't want it coming out the sides, but close to the edge. I'm going to flip it over and stick it on right here. Center it again. There we go. Now we're going to decorate this part right here. I'll use a piece of scrap paper. And we're going to stamp one each of each one of those different popcorns. Kernels. Popped popcorn kernels. All right. These are so cute. They even have faces on them. That one doesn't have the little lines that go around it. I'm not real interested in the lines, so when you die cut them, the lines come off. They're not on there. Okay. And all three of these are a little bit different. Okay, I'll put it over here. And then, just because I'm going to be kneading it, I'm going to stamp this popcorn bucket in real red. Okay. Beautiful. All right. So then I'll take some of those dies and I'll die cut them and match up the dies to the right popcorn kernels. There we go. And the bucket. And I've already die cut these, so you didn't have to watch me do all that. I'm also going to die cut, as long as I'm die cutting, these little shoes and these glasses. Okay, just need a little tiny piece of either black or Secret Sea, whatever you decided to use. Okay. So here's what we end up with. We've got a popcorn bucket. We've got 3 popped popcorn kernels. We've got a pair of glasses and a pair of shoes. So we're going to save those and we're going to move on to the mechanism. That's the slider part. So for that, I punched out 4 circles, and you could use any shape. I used the 1 7/8 inch circle. You could use the 2-inch circle. I wouldn't go a lot bigger than that because that's just kind of what fits nicely by the time you put all your pieces on here. You don't want anything too much bigger than that. So on one of these, I'm going to stamp that bucket of popcorn in yellow. This one I stamped in red. Now I'm going to stamp it in yellow. So I better clean off my my stamp here because it has red on it. Do you ever see one of these chamois? You can get these through Stampin' Up, and they're just super great for cutting off, for washing off your stamp pads. Okay, so this just fits. Let's see if I did a good job. I did. All right. So close those up. And I'm going to, let me put my little scissors in here. I did. Good. I don't want red popcorn. I want a red and white bucket. So with my scissors here, I'm going to cut the popcorn off of here. Just a neat little trick you can do. There you go. Throw my red popcorn away. And then I'm going to glue this down on top of here so you can have a red and white bucket and yellow popcorn. I suppose you could put it up on a dimensional if you wanted to. So there we go. Now I want him to look kind of funny or classy or like he's going to a movie, a 3D movie. I might have to get a drink here. I just dotted a couple of little tiny dots on there. You know, those 3D movies, they really wear the funny glasses. And then, same thing with the shoes, just a little tiny bit. Put that on there. Okay. Now here's how you do the mechanism. I'll show you why I needed 4 of these. Let me grab a piece of darker paper here, just so you can kind of see what I'm doing here with the folds. Let's put this underneath here. So I'm just going to fold this in half. Take my bone folder, sharpen up that edge, and then 2 of them. I'll do 2 of them like that. Okay. All right. Now this is the back, and I'm going to put these 2. Some glue on there. You can use tear and tape. You could use your seal, whatever you like. I'm just going to match up the edges of the circle there. There we go. Do the back of this one. I butt it right up next to there. Okay, and then on this one, I will put glue all the way around. Now I want to make sure that this is going to be right side up. So see how there's this vertical line right here down the middle? I don't want to be putting my popcorn this way, or it will end up this way, going up and down this way on the card. If you made a horizontal card, that might be okay, but I'm making a vertical card. So I want to make sure this is straight up and down, and that my popcorn man, or popcorn bucket, is up and down also. So the way that works then is you open it up, open sesame. There we go. Might have gotten a little glue where it didn't belong. There you go. Okay, like that. So see that? How you've got that kind of a thing? Put this one on this side. Put this one on this side. And then you have a little slider mechanism. It can go up and down like that. Okay, cool, huh? All right, and then I can put my popcorn kernels on here. And this one already has a dimensional on it. I'm not sure why, but it does. I think I had one on and then I decided not to use it right then. I'm just going to take that off and start with a new one. Okay, 1, 2, 3. And so I want to keep this free of that popcorn slider. So I'm just going to go 1, to, oops, I didn't take the back off. Three. Okay, as funny as can be. All right, now I did a few things just to finish up this card because I love Wink of Stella. I took some Wink of Stella and just brushed it over the top of my popcorn. It'll make it look a little shiny, like butter on there. So do you like to eat popcorn and watch a movie in the fall, like sit under a blanket? Kind of feels cozy in the fall to do that, doesn't it? Friday nights and school's out. Good night for a movie with the kids. There we go. I'm going to send this card to my brother, who just took my husband and I to a Brewers game. He had some free tickets and he invited us to go along. So he's going to get this card. Unfortunately, the Brewers lost that one, but they have been doing very well this season. All right. One more thing. Well, two more things, actually. I'm going to take some of these little, they're called rhinestone basic jewels. And I want 6 of them. And I'm just going to take my alcohol blend. You can do this with alcohol blends. I'm going to use the blunt end, not the brush end, and I'm going to color these. I'm going to color them yellow. I see this other one is colored with a pink, so I won't use that one. I'll get another one. One more. There we go. And I'm going to just pick those up with my fingers. Got just a little bit of a fingernail and put them down. It's really not hard. Kind of just scatter them around here. Okay, I'm just going to use 5 there. I'll have a leftover yellow one for something else. Okay, now on the inside, I think I'm going to put just 1 popcorn kernel. And I'm going to put it a little bit kind of far to the side if I can. So it's not showing too much in the little tiny opening, although it doesn't really matter too much. And then I'll use Secret C, or you could use black. And I'm going to put in, since this is for my brother for taking us to a ball game, I'm going to use No One's Butter Than You. Right there. Perfect. And now my card is all set and ready to send. Yay! So some things you could do with this card. You could use different elements. I made a Christmas one using the Jar of Joy. This says, wishing you the sweetest Christmas. I think if I did this again, I would use Poppy Parade instead of red, because I think this gold embossing powder will show up better on Poppy Parade. And here's where I colored the dots, this little rhinestone basic jewels with a red. Here's my slider. I don't think I have anything inside here yet. Nope. This one I didn't originally cut this little bit of extra off in there. And so I was trying some things, and so there's a little fold in here because I thought, well, maybe I have to loosen up this mechanism, but you really don't. You can just cut that a little bit off there. Okay, so that's something you could do, something else you could do with that. If you didn't have this set, I suppose you could take a white gel pen and write in pop, pop, pop. I want to tell you about an opportunity you have to get a kit to make this card. Now, I can't send you stamped images, but you could color these with yellow and take a white gel pen. I'll have these all cut out for you. You could do the same thing with this. I'll have this all cut out for you and give you the glasses and the shoes. And then you can just color in some popcorn there and color in some stripes to make the popcorn bucket. I'll send you the jewels that you need here. So the way that you get that is 3 things. To get a free kit, do these 3 things. Follow me on Facebook at https://www.facebook.com/merry-go-round-cards, because I really want to get more Facebook followers so I can go live and I can have more interaction with people as they watch it. If you have questions, you can ask questions. I can ask you, well, what's your favorite movie that you're watching this fall? And we can just have a little more fun together. I would also like you to comment on the video. That gets the video out there for more people to see. And then private message me your address so I know where to send the kit. That's all you'd have to do. I'm just going to check my list here and see what else I have for you. I hope you enjoyed this video and you're motivated to make and send some happiness to some other people in the form of a card. I hear the next few days are going to be coolish, so it'd be a good time to watch a movie. Thank you for spending a little bit of your time with me today. Remember, follow Merry Go Round Cards on Facebook so I'll be able to do lives and invite you into my inky world in real time. It's been great spending some time with you. Bye.